we have various accounts of miracle workers, both pagan as well as Jewish, in the first century. The book of Acts presents, for example, other exorcists who are not part of Jesus' contingent, but they do seem to be successful exorcists.
We can put Jesus on a continuum of other healers, but he still breaks the mold. He does more than they do and more frequently.
And more than miracles, Jesus reached beyond social boundaries to include women prominently among his disciples. One woman who followed Jesus has become second only to his mother in the story of his life. Yet Mary Magdalene has not exactly been regarded as a virgin.
Christian tradition depicts Mary Magdalene as a prostitute, but she's never called a prostitute in the New Testament or indeed in the first couple of centuries of Christianity. The most we know about her is that she is independent. Luke tells us that she was possessed by 7 demons and had been exorcised by Jesus. So perhaps she followed him because he had performed a healing for her. Other than that, Mary is an independent woman. Prostitute, no reason to think so.
But what was she to Jesus? Could Jesus have been married to Mary Magdalene, as some legends have it, or to anyone else?
We have no indication in the gospel tradition that Jesus is married. Would it have been unusual for a Jewish man to have been unmarried? No, not at all.
Whatever the details of Jesus' personal life, to his fellow Jews, what he said was as important as what he did. He gave them a radical agenda, scholars say, one of which society's outcasts could play a central role. Its manifesto promised that the powerful would be brought low, and the meek would inherit the earth. The Sermon on the Mount was an edgy message at a volatile time.
The thought of Jesus going up into the hills with his followers and giving them special teaching has a kind of a revolutionary flavour to it. My goodness, we're being prepared to do something. This is not just some lessons that will help us say our prayers a bit better, though it will. It'll go much more than that. It's setting an agenda for a whole movement and how it's going to go.
The Gospels tell us that Jesus, as the Messiah, had huge appeal for the masses. Here, finally, was someone who could liberate the Jews from a century of Roman rule.
Jews in particular thought that this land that they occupied